Hey guys, it's Stefan. Welcome back to another replay review. So, I haven't done one of these for a while, and there's a good reason. I've been busy climbing. There'll be another video about that. Anyways, so we are doing a replay review. I haven't done this for someone in quite some time. We're spectating a bronze Diana, if I'm not mistaken, bronze 4, 5-ish, silver last season. So we're gonna see what went wrong in this game and try to help him improve on his game. And if anyone else here wants any of these done, then feel free to message me on YouTube or Discord or in-game with a link to your replay.gg, and I will get through it and post it on my YouTube. So I know that he's gonna go triple Dorans into Death Cap. That's a new build that's been going around. If you guys want a video about that, I will let you know. I can do that. Just let me know. So we are going to fast forward a little bit. So so you start W. You're against. Let's see. You're against Jace by the looks of it. Let me put this up here. I haven't done this for a while. Uh, Scoreboard. Yes, here we go. I want to have this up so I can see. Okay, you're against Jace. You've gotten all 3 CS so far. 4, good. We're gonna go double speed for the lane phase because usually there's not a lot that loses you a game early lane phase. And guys, remember for these replay reviews, I don't talk about your team. I talk about what you could have done better, and that's the idea of it. We don't like. I know it sounds kind of rude, but in bronze, if like you can carry people in bronze, no matter how garbage they are. Um, I like that you walk back after you push out, but you don't need to be so safe. You know where Hecarim is. He's in top lane. You can see it on your map. And you should not be fighting the Jace when you don't have any mana. I don't know about that flash. He doesn't have ignite. I don't think you needed to flash, but I think you're starting to get too hasty. What I mean by that is that you're not, thinking about what you're doing. You're just kind of just pushing in the lane and not like you're just walking up taking damage for no reason. So, okay, Jace's flash is down. So that's something to keep in mind for when you get to level 6. Um, okay, so well, ideally, what you want to do here is that you want to push this out, get all the CS, and go buy yourself double Dorans with uh with 2 health pots. You should have taken those CS. There was no reason for you to be so giving up that CS right there. I mean, it's not a big deal, but giving up that CS isn't that like you don't want to do that, right? You want to get as much CS as you can. And by the way, guys, there's no game sound. I just turned it off because I don't like it. It distracts me. Um, I don't really know what your plan here is. Just go back. Like if we look at it, you've got 860 gold. Just go back. You're being just held back in lane for no reason. He's pretty much frozen it and he's pushing it back. You could have gone back and teleported back since you took teleport. The idea of teleport for Diana is so you can go back early to get your Doran's power spike. But you're being you took W again. No. You take Q into J's full you max Q. There's no reason really to max W into J's. He's not really like a melee champion. Um yeah, you give up all that CS because see what you should have done. Let's pause for a second. What you should have done, actually, I'll take the pause off. It doesn't need to be there. What you should have done is you should not chase this. You're way too low, and Hecarim was obviously going to be there. So let's go back for a second. Do you know that Hecarim is there? Have you seen him lately? No, you haven't seen him for a really long time. Why are you chasing this? Yes, your teammate is an idiot, but that doesn't matter. Why are you chasing it? See, that was like if this Hecarim carries, that was your fault because you chased. I mean, yes, Vi would have died most likely, but If you hadn't chased, then Vi might have just turned around and gotten out instead. So you buy triple door and you have 280 gold. Where's your control ward? Where's your potion? Are you going to wait for boots? No, not into Jace. Jace is going to poke you. He's going to auto attack you. He's going to force you out of the lane. There you go. That's it. That's what I wanted to see. Although 4 potions might be a little bit overdue. Also keep in mind when you're teleporting, you can buy while you're teleporting. You're wasting time. And one of the things that, when you get to higher elo, you will understand that time is very important when it comes to just generally playing efficiently. Like you will see some challenger top laners start teleporting to their lane. Why don't you walk up to that CS? Why? He's level 5. He's got no summoners. And you're full health with 4 health pots. And you had more minions. There was no reason to give up that CS. I know I'm being overly critical, but there's a lot of like little things that I can already see that are going wrong. See, good trade, amazing, right? You got a lot of damage. That's good. Got to keep pressuring him now. Because while he doesn't have any summoners, he's always in kill range for you. And you missed a cannon. Got to be careful with those. I mean, it happens, but you got. Why are you. What? You're giving up so much CS. Why are you walking away? You're. You gave up essentially a cannon and 3 CS by walking away. See, okay, let me just pause for a second. Okay. 3 CS is about 60 gold. How much is a kill? So let's think about this. You want to kill, right? A normal kill is 300 gold, right? You can't give up like 3, 4 CS for no reason. Like, yes, to survive the lane, you can give up CS, but literally walking away for no reason and giving up that CS, no, that's not good. Like that is like when you go for your you see your jungler is going to give you the blue. You need to push out your lane. You can also not walk this way, and that is exactly why you cannot walk that way. See, I said that before I even saw him. I've not watched this gameplay before. Common sense. You can't walk just straight into there. He probably knows you're there. Like you gotta think when you don't see your laner, and he knew you left the lane. Where could he possibly be? You didn't see him roam anywhere. He pushed in your lane. You didn't see him leave the lane. Where would he be? Again, I don't get why you're running around so much. Push in the lane, have pressure, have some presence, right? You gotta have presence when you're a mid laner. You can't just, oh, I'm just. You could kill him there, by the way. You could have killed him. Just R auto again, he was pretty much dead. But, and you had flash, there was no reason not to kill him there. But now you should just flash R. There you go. Why didn't you just walk out the other way? This puts you at risk running into Hecarim. Yep. Well, actually, Hecarim's on the other. Did we see that? Hang on. Was I blind? I didn't look at the map. Let's go back for a second. Let's go. Okay. Did you see Hecarim yet? No. Okay, you see him now. Okay, so it actually does turn out to be a good idea that you run this way, but it's still really risky. I think it was more luck because you did not see the vision either sides of his of the map, right? He could have been waiting like coming from his jungle, right? He could have been coming from his jungle. But, it worked out. Good dive. Although you didn't really need to flash dive. Like you could have killed him before. Why are you so scared? Push in the lane. There you go. That's more like it. Gotta push in. You can't just be sitting there doing nothing when you killed your laner. Alright, you see Hacker, now you back off. You've got 1390 gold. Go back! Leave the see now you're gonna fall behind because what's gonna happen here is that you're gonna go back and Vi has to hold your tower. Or you don't go back and you die in a trade because Jace has spent his gold and you haven't. Right? You gotta think when you kill someone, essentially you want to push in to deny them the minions, right? You push your minion wave into their tower so they don't get any gold, and you also need to go back and spend the money because now you have 1,500 gold. And to put that into perspective, you have 3,000 gold of total net worth. Half of that is what you have in your pocket. Jace has 2,800 net worth and 400 of that in his pocket. So he is stronger than you now. And you will never be able to really contest him unless he's really bad. But you can't think like, oh, this guy is bad, so he can't beat me or contest me. Right? You gotta like think, you killed him, you got away from the Hecarim, push in the lane, and go back. Why are you just standing there? Why? See, a lot of this could have, like, I see this like a lot. What you could have done, you could have pushed in this lane 3 times and roamed bot lane already. But you're surprised that you lose the game when all you do is sit mid lane with no pressure whatsoever. Right? I can already see that this game was easily carryable. They have a really squishy bot lane that you can two-shot. Hang on. You have 1,700 gold. What are you doing? This is just a waste of time. Like, if you had more gold, you could have probably gone in all in. If you spent your gold, you could have killed them both right there. This you could have if you'd already gone back to spend your gold, you could have killed them. And look at Jace now. He's pushing in your lane. He's got a lot of pressure compared to what you do. I mean, the bot lane roams, which is good, but if the bot lane hadn't roamed, he probably would have taken your tower. And that would have been catastrophical because mid lane towers are really important because if you don't have this tower here, they can roam through this jungle and they can roam through this jungle. They can roam everywhere to get to your team, but whether it be your bot side or your top side, you got the flash. Don't overcommit. Don't. There's no reason to overcommit that. You already blew his sums. See, I mean, it's good, but the little things are that I see a lot of mistakes that you might not think are big mistakes, right? Not pushing in your lane, how bad could that be? No, obviously that's really bad because if you think about this, right? You have a cannon minion wave. The cannon is like 40 gold. Each minion is roughly 18 gold, but we'll put it at 20. So there's 6 minions and a cannon. So that's 40, and then it's 180 gold. One minion wave with a cannon. 180 gold. Just remember that. Like denying the enemy gold is really like that's why counter jungling is such a good thing is that you can like I know you're not jungling, it's just an example. Counter jungling is really good because the camp respawns are so slow now and you're denying the enemy jungler gold. That's the thing. Denying the opponent is the best way to get ahead, right? If you take from them, you deny them and you get for yourself. See? If you pushed in your minion wave sooner, I mean, obviously now this is Aram. Just leave the fucking lane and go bot lane. There is no reason to be here. Like, this is just a waste of time. Just leave. Doesn't matter what. Like, see, this game is already over because you guys are just forced to sit here doing nothing when you could have roamed bot lane, right? There were a lot of situations where you could have just roamed bot lane and killed them, but you didn't because you were inactive in your lane, not doing anything. Like, a lot of the times in your lane, you were just not doing it. You just sat there, did nothing, waited for things to happen. You don't wait for things to happen, you make them happen. Right? In this kind of elo, you make things happen. Don't just wait for the game to win itself. You just got to do it yourself. You got to play to win, and the only way you do that is by being proactive all the time. You can't just stop and sit there and do nothing, right? If you had pushed in those minions, right? You put pressure. Their jungler has to hold mid, right? What can you do? Meanwhile, they're okay. So we go back to that situation where Jace was dead. Like this game is already over. Right? There is like you didn't get fed because you didn't roam, and now the game is over practically. I can already tell like the hacker is so fed. We got shut down now. But when you killed the Jace, right? You push into his tower. So two things happen. You get tower pressure and you deny minion waves, or you get the presence of their jungler, right? I'm just gonna overlook that. You get the presence of the enemy jungler, or you deny them gold. Either one of those things is amazing because the hacker is clearly the biggest part, and if he's stuck sitting at mid lane, what can you do when their shitty bot lane is pushed up to halfway through your jungle? You go behind them and you kill them. It's a Sona and a Jhin that's like the easiest two targets for Diana for a bot lane. It's so easy to gank. It's like you just gank. Kill the tower. Stop. No. Go kill the tower. You saw two people mid, two people were dead, and you could have pressured the tower there. See, in bronze, right? You can't just rely on your team. This is gonna get you killed, right? You gotta think. Okay, I know this sounds rude, but this is actually the best way to think in almost every elo. My team are a bunch of monkeys. Unless they prove to me that they are worth paying attention to, I'm doing my own thing, right? This isn't a game where you're not in a situation to carry. This game would have been such an easy carry. Do they have any magic resist? No, they don't, because there's 3 AD users on your team. They wouldn't build magic resist. It would take them ages to realize it, and by the time you are too fed, right? You gotta roam early. Like bronze elo is all about just roaming. People don't look at their map. You just roam bot lane and kill them over and over until you have 3 items, and then you can just 1v5, because if you look at this, you've been farming horribly in your lane, and you're still the highest CS in the game. The cannon's got 58 CS. He's not even got a completed item. You're about to finish your death cap in 70 gold, right? It's this game. If you put me into this game, right? I'm not the best Diana player in the world. I'm not anywhere close to it. But I think I've only lost one Diana game in bronze, as far as I'm aware. And the only time I lost was because I was playing Gunblade top lane, which was trash. So if you put me into this game, and a good way to think about this is, if you're struggling to figure out how to carry a game, or you say, can I carry this game? Think about this. Can Faker carry that game? Yes, he can. That means the game can be carried. See, you are this game is beyond saving, right? There's no reason to continue watching the rest of it, because what went wrong is that you didn't pressure. You did nothing in this game. And you also, don't forget, you snowballed the Hecarim. I know that sounds really shit, but the Hecarim is snowballing because of you. His first kill was you. And that for a Hecarim is deadly. Like, that champion is made to rule an elo like this. When he's as strong as he's now, like, he's not even building correctly and he's rocking. He's supposed to go Triforce into boots, into jungler item. But because your team has no threat whatsoever, he can just go tank and kill you all regardless, because by the time you guys kill him, he's already killed you all without damage items. And let's see what you're doing here. What is this teleport? Why are you... I don't... Baron's not up. I don't... You should just run bot lane. But by the time this happens, it's a little bit too late, because you lost your chance to carry the game. The game is out of your hands now because you did nothing earlier. But see? You've got nasty amounts of damage because of this build. Imagine if when you went back when after you killed the Jace, right? Go back, buy your needlessly large rod, push out your mid lane, and then roam bot lane and do that to the Jhin then before he's 4-0, right? That's the things you gotta think about. Like when you're playing and just playing the game. Like look at this hacker. You took half of his health and half a combo. Like if you just did more in this game, you could have carried it easily. If you roamed early after they took the first tower, you could have easily carried this game. And I know that uh, that's the reason the game was lost. You had a chance to carry because ideally this Jace doesn't matter. Like he's not really done anything. He has been involved in 8 out of their 20 kills. But when you killed him, you push him. Okay, let's just go back to the point where you killed him because I want to show you something. Was it here? So you killed him roughly here, right? Okay, you killed him here. Hecarim is here, right? You keep going, right? You see the bot lane's almost dead here. Bot lane tower's almost dead. So what you want to do, you get out of this. Good. You got out of this, so that's good. Hecarim can't do anything. Go and push this wave and take the next minion wave that's coming. Then go back, spend your gold, buy your needlessly large rod, roam, teleport, or you don't have teleport, just roam down bot lane and kill everyone. Instead, you run around mid lane like a headless chicken. You have no idea what you're supposed to do, right? The CSC would have lost. Jace would have lost. Like you would have gotten the tower to half health with those minions, and Jace would have lost like 400 or 500 gold just from that. But instead, he comes back just in time for the minion wave. And look at all the gold he's getting. See, you gotta push in. When you kill someone like that, you gotta push it in. Go back and spend your like. Okay, so let's go back one more time. This is the final point. I'm not gonna make this video much longer. Okay, so you're here. You run to here for no reason, right? Go kill these minions. There's another minion wave. Okay, let me put the fog of war back up. There's another minion wave coming here. You see that because of your minion wave, right? Okay. Take this farm here. Push in this wave as well when it hits here. That means Jace loses 1, and he loses 7 extra minions, and the health of the tower gets to half health, right? Instead, you waste your time just walking around. You're just waiting. It takes the creeps longer to get to the tower because you didn't intercept it. So let me go back. See, this is actually like a lot of people think this is not a crucial part. This is because this is the time you could have snowballed and just roamed, right? You're here, and because you let the minions walk into you, so what you should do here is you could run in here, stop the minions, kill them, so that your minions get to the tower quicker, right? Instead, it takes them forever to get to the tower because you let the minion wave clash. So these minions are all stacking up here like idiots. Push it in, and then you force either Hecarim to hold, or you deny Jace a lot of minions. You go back, spend your gold, and roam around the map. So, like I said, this game's not very. There's not much I would say to learn from it. So let's just go to 20 minutes. I'm going to keep going from there. But there's not much to learn from it. But it's a big part. And everything's frozen. Great. It's a big part, right? Let's just stop watching this because I already know what went wrong this game. You wasted time. And what I want to see you do, because I'm going to link this to you, I know you're going to listen to this. What I want you to do is think when you're playing. What does this, like, if I do this, what does my team gain from it, or what does their team lose from it? There's a lot of times when you saw Hecarim top, you could have gone and taken his Raptors. Raptors are the biggest XP of the jungle right now, and that denies them half a level. Just take it. You have no reason not to. You're Diana. You won't even take damage from it. Right? Deny the enemy. And the replay's frozen. I can't really do anything about it. So, I want to get another replay from you, dude. I definitely do, and definitely a better game that wasn't so one-sided. But I am 100% sure that if you put any Platinum Diana player into this game, they would have carried it easily. Their team was not building Magic Resist at all the entire game because you have a Riven, you have a Valiant, you have a Caitlyn. Why would they? There's a 1-in-1 Diana who's got 3 Doran's rings. They're not going to build MR. Go back, spend your gold, roam around, and kill shit. That's how Bronze Elo works. Push in your wave, force their mid laner to stay stuck mid lane because you push it into tower, you roam, get kills, you go back to mid, push it back, go spend your gold, run back to mid, teleport back to mid, go bot, go top. Roam around the map, don't stand in mid lane like a headless chicken. Alright guys, it's been Stefan. I know it sounded a little bit rude, but kind of hammering the point. So if you guys play Diana and you need any more replay reviews, feel free to send them in. And hopefully longer because this game was only like 26 minutes. So I would like something that is actually like a game. But most games in Bronze are decided before 10 or like before 20 minutes, most of them. And see, if you had spent your gold sooner, you could be running back and you like look at their bot lane. They're level 6, you're level 8. You could easily kill them both. And even just it doesn't work just standing around mid lane. It just doesn't work, guys. Uh, so yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Peace out.